Hey guys, today I'd like to give you my top 5 rules for how to make it in the music business. If you follow this advice, I can guarantee you that you are going to make a great living in music. You're going to have a really successful music career. These are the 5 rules that I wish that I knew when I started in music. And though I've made a lot of mistakes up to the point of learning these 5 rules, I've also had a lot of success, which is one reason I hope that I'm in a position that I can teach you these things. I've made millions of dollars as a performer. I've had close to 200 million views on my YouTube videos. I've had millions of streams of my songs on Spotify, a record deal in the Philippines, recording songs with some of those popular artists in the Philippines, and I've helped other artists such as Sam Mangobat, Monique Luohati, Shane Taran, Carlo Raffanon, Megayasa, and the list really goes on, generate millions of dollars of revenue in their performances by booking them and managing them and through the advice that I've given them. So I'm in a position today where I really think I can help you. The number 1 rule is become a virtuoso at something, and not just songwriting. It's great to be great at songwriting, but if you really want to make a great living in music, you really need to be one of the best in the world at some kind of instrument. One of the artists that I've managed, CY Leo from Hong Kong, is one of the greatest harmonica players in the world of all time, and he makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year performing and playing the harmonica, the chromatic harmonica. So any instrument, whatever it is, become a virtuoso at something. This is something that I'm really working on hard now for myself, is really becoming a world-class guitar player, because that's something I've realized will take what I do musically to a whole new level. I have artists write me all the time asking me to manage them or book them, and they're just never at a world-class level of talent. They're okay, sometimes even good, but one of the best in the world, those people are rare, and they make a great living in music. Number 2 is find a box, put yourself in that box, and own that box. I want to use Ed Sheeran as an example for this. Ed Sheeran is one of the most successful artists in the whole world. And when you think of him, what do you think of him as? It's very clear. He's the guy with an acoustic guitar, and he plays the biggest stadiums in the world, just him and that acoustic guitar. And that's because he owns the singer-songwriter guy with an acoustic guitar box. If Ed Sheeran came out and suddenly he was doing DJ sets and he was just creating all these beats and that's what he did, suddenly you'd be like, no, Ed Sheeran, you're the singer-songwriter guy, you're the acoustic guitar guy. And he has created that box, or he found that box, put himself in it, and he's like, no, I'm not the electric guitar fronting a band guy, I am the acoustic singer-songwriter solo guy. When you think of Adele, what do you think of her as? You don't think of her as this shredder guitar player or even piano player, though I think she does play piano. You think of her as the white soul singer who's standing there with a microphone wailing. When you think of Michael Bublé, what do you think of? The crooner. He owns that crooner box. He dresses like a crooner. He wears a suit all the time. He sings like a crooner. Everything that he does is like that Frank Sinatra crooner thing. He doesn't try and also be Ed Sheeran and be the singer-songwriter acoustic guitar guy and be the 80s rock vocalist guy. He owns that box. If you want to be really successful, you have to find a box, and you can't be everything. 3 is a new rule that I made for myself, and I think it's pretty cool. If you're a creative person, you shouldn't spend too much time on social media posting things, just like pictures of yourself, selfies, all of this kind of stuff. It takes up a lot of time where you should be creating. But you do need to spend time on social media, right? That's something that is part of art now. So make it part of your art. From now on, if I post something on social media, it's going to be something creative that I think can help people or shows and expresses something creatively that I've done. So post a guitar solo that I've learned, post a piano piece that I've learned, post a video of me singing a song, but something that also has to do with my art. There are 2 big benefits to this. One is that you'll actually be creating and making the art that you're supposed to be making and not just posting random stuff on social media. And two, you want people to like you for your art and the things you create, right? Not just because you take a nice selfie. So you'll be cultivating that within your fans, the kind of things that you create, and they'll follow you because you create those things, which is why you want people to follow you. Again, not just because you take nice pictures of your food. Number 4 is finish things. When you start learning something, finish it. When you start producing something, finish it. And number 5, learn every part of your art. From the creation, the songwriting, to the performing, to the recording, to the mixing, to making the album artwork. Every part of your art, learn it. And the most important part that a lot of people forget about learning is the production part. They write the song, they learn how to sing the song, but they don't know how to mix the song, how to record the song. And that's a really expensive process if you don't know how to do it yourself. So a lot of artists get caught up and they kind of get stuck there because they write this great song and they learn how to play an instrument and everything like that, but then they don't have enough money to actually pay a top producer. If you learn how to produce your own music, you can, 1, be a bigger part of the creative process, and 2, you will have no person that's stopping you from then recording that music and releasing it, which is what you have to do in order to become a successful musician. These are my 5 rules. If you follow these, you're going to have a really successful career. I know you can do it. You can make it in music.